Day 1. The capture. A bag goes over your head. You can't see. You can't breathe properly. Hands grab your arms, your legs, your neck. You're thrown onto a hard surface, a truck, or a helicopter. You don't know. You're 23. You were living in a village in eastern Afghanistan. Maybe you were a fighter. Maybe you were a farmer. Maybe you were in the wrong house at the wrong time. It doesn't matter anymore. Someone gave your name to the Americans. Maybe it was accurate. Maybe it was a neighbor who wanted your land. The bounty was $5,000. That's more money than anyone in your province makes in a year. For $5,000, anyone can become a terrorist. Your hands are zip-tied behind your back. Your ankles are shackled. The bag over your head smells like sweat and dirt from the last person who wore it. You're loaded onto a military aircraft. You don't know where you're going. Nobody tells you. Nobody reads you your rights. You are not a prisoner of war. You are not a criminal suspect. You are an enemy combatant. That's a category the United States invented in 2001. It means you have no rights under any legal system on Earth. The flight lasts hours. When the plane lands, the heat hits you through the bag. You're dragged across tarmac. The cuffs cut into your wrists. You hear the ocean. Week 1. The arrival. Camp X-ray, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. You're stripped, searched, photographed. They shave your head. They take your clothes. Everything you had is sealed in a plastic bag with your number written on it. They give you an orange jumpsuit and a pair of rubber sandals. You are no longer a person. You are detainee number 237. That number is your identity now. Nobody here will ever use your name. Your cell is a cage. Steel mesh walls, concrete floor, tin roof, 8 feet by 8 feet, a bucket for a toilet, a thin mat on the floor. Floodlights stay on 24 hours a day. You can't tell morning from night. You can hear the man in the next cage breathing. You can hear the man 3 cages down, crying. You can hear the ocean through the wire. It sounds like freedom. It's the cruelest sound in this place. There are 780 men brought here between 2002 and 2026. Some are hardened fighters, some are teenagers, some are old men who don't know why they're here. Nobody has been charged with a crime. Nobody has seen a lawyer. Nobody has been told how long they'll stay. The guards don't answer questions. They don't have answers. Month 3. The interrogation. They come for you at 2 a.m. That's deliberate. They wake you when your mind is weakest. 2 guards walk you down a corridor to a windowless room. Concrete walls, a metal chair bolted to the floor, bright fluorescent lights. A man in civilian clothes sits across from you. He doesn't introduce himself. He asks you questions, the same questions, for hours. Who did you train with? Where are the weapons? Who sent you? You say you don't know. He asks again. You say you don't know. He asks again. They call it enhanced interrogation. Not torture, enhanced interrogation. The techniques are approved at the highest levels of the U.S. government, signed off by lawyers, documented in memos. You are kept awake for days. The longest documented stretch is 11 days without sleep. You are forced into stress positions, standing with your arms chained above your head for hours until your shoulders dislocate. The room temperature drops to near freezing. They blast music at volumes that cause physical pain. The same song on repeat for 24 hours. You break. Everyone breaks. You tell them what they want to hear. You make up names. You make up locations. You confess to things you didn't do because the alternative is another night in that room. The information is useless. They know it's useless. The interrogations continue anyway. Year 3. The detainee. You're 26 now. 3 years. No trial. No charges. No lawyer. You sit in your cell and you count the days by the meals. Breakfast is at 5 a.m., rice and beans. Lunch is at 11, rice and beans. Dinner is at 5 p.m., rice and beans. The meals are the only proof that time is moving. They move you to Camp Delta, slightly better. A real toilet, a small window. You can see the sky. You're allowed 20 minutes of outdoor recreation per day in a concrete yard with 20-foot walls. You walk in circles. Everyone walks in circles. There's nowhere to go. You're given a Quran and a prayer mat. You pray 5 times a day, not because you're devout, because it's the only thing that structures your time. Without prayer, the days collapse into each other. A week feels like a month. A month feels like a year. You've been here long enough that the seasons have stopped meaning anything. It's always hot, it's always bright, it's always the same. A lawyer finally contacts you in year 4. She tells you there's a review process. A tribunal will evaluate your case. She tells you this is good news. The tribunal meets. You're not allowed to see the evidence against you. You're not allowed to cross-examine witnesses. The evidence is classified. Your lawyer isn't allowed to see it either. The tribunal decides you are still a threat. You stay. Year 6, the hunger strike. You're 29, 6 years. You stop eating. It's the only form of protest left. You have no lawyer in the room, no judge to appeal to, no court date on the calendar. Your body is the only thing you still control. So you use it. Dozens of other detainees join you. At the peak, 106 men are refusing food simultaneously. The military responds with a procedure called enteral feeding. They strap you to a restraint chair. Your wrists, ankles, chest, and head are locked in place. They push a tube through your nose and down into your stomach. The tube is the width of a finger. They pour liquid nutrients through it twice a day. The process takes 2 hours each time. When they pull the tube out, your nose bleeds. They insert it again the next meal. The United Nations calls it torture. The American Medical Association says it violates medical ethics. The military calls it preserving life. You do it for 7 months before your body gives in. You start eating again, not because you gave up, because your body made the decision for you. You're 30 now, 7 years without charges. 42 men have been cleared for release, but are still here because no country will take them. 9 detainees have died in custody. The official cause is always suicide. You stop counting the days. There's no point anymore. Year 15, the forgotten. You're 38, 15 years. 3 different U.S. presidents have promised to close this place. None of them did. You've been cleared for release twice. Both times, the paperwork stalled. Your case file sits in a drawer in Washington. Nobody is reading it. Nobody is thinking about you. The world forgot Guantanamo exists. Your lawyer visits once a year. She looks older every time. She tells you she's still fighting. You believe her. You don't believe it matters. Your teeth are falling out. Your eyesight is worse. Your knees ache from years on concrete. You're aging faster in here than you would have anywhere else. The man in the cage next to you has been here since he was 19. He's 37 now. He's never had a job, never been on a date, never driven a car. His entire adult life has been this cage. Of the 780 men brought here, only 12 were ever formally charged. The rest were held in what the government calls administrative detention, indefinite. No end date, no release date, no trial date, just a number on a file in a building you'll never see. You're 40 now. You've spent more of your adult life inside this camp than outside it. You speak English now. You learned it from the guards. Some of them are kind. Most of them are just doing a job. They rotate every 9 months. You've outlasted hundreds of them. You know this place better than anyone who works here, but the cage never closed. As of 2026, Guantanamo Bay is still open. 15 detainees remain. Some have been held for over 20 years without ever being charged with a crime. The youngest was 13 when he arrived. The oldest was 89. The facility costs American taxpayers $13 million per detainee per year. That's $540 million annually to hold 15 men that no court has convicted of anything. And somewhere in a village in eastern Afghanistan, a 23-year-old man is walking home. He doesn't know that someone just gave his name to a soldier. He doesn't know about the $5,000. He doesn't know that his life as he knows it has 6 hours left. The cage is already waiting.